All right. I got zeroed in 2 hits. Again? Possibly. All right, let's look at the stats in my video. So this is my, you know, in your content that you've created, your videos are listed from top to bottom, top being the most recent. So the I get zeroed in 2 hits video has my most views. It's fairly recent. It's only like, 15 videos ago or 12 videos ago. According to or I don't have podcasts. According to my playlist, I have 69 videos. So I have some videos that are much older, maybe 4 months older. But this one has at least 200 views more than the next popular one. Doesn't have the most likes though. For some reason, the most likes are a video I just made like 6 videos ago, 2 days ago or something. Anyways, what I'm going to talk about in this video is I'm briefly going to go over the battle reports um, from getting zeroed. I was talking about this real quick. Sorry, I was talking about this real quick because I guess that's the types of videos people like to click on and actually watch that haven't seen any of the channel stuff before. So I'm going to talk about, well, we can see the date here from the save from when that video happened. So the battle reports, I don't save very many battle reports. I only save battle reports that have a huge power exchange or not. So what happened in that video is I saved the two defensive. So this team rallying me, they zeroed me twice completely because this was in a battlefield that you could heal up pretty fast in the I believe it was the Clash of Civilizations battlefield. So I don't have the other defenses lost, but they did the exact same thing twice to me. So they hit me with 40 something million, 45-ish million something ranged troops, ranged, and then they cleared me with mounted. Then they cleared me with mounted, which they win a huge power exchange, clearing me with mounted. So with the ranged attack, I'll talk about a few of these things from the first video until I'm going to start talking about what the main part of this video is going to be about. Just give me a couple minutes. So the ranged attack, I didn't debuff half of the ranged attack completely, and I win that power exchange a little bit. However, which is a little bit weird, in the mounted troop hit, I do completely debuff half of that. However, I lose that power exchange just because so many of my troops and layers and tiers are dead, right? That's why I lose that power exchange, even though I debuffed more of it. I lose that significantly. I barely win both these ranged hits. Win that, or no? They win that. Oh, they won that one. They won that power exchange, but I barely won. I barely won this one. 10 million is pretty much even. Pretty much even. And this one is, or no, they're at 2.8 billion loss. So I barely win that. And the only difference between these first 2 hits of ranged is I have my full troops alive in this one, and I'm missing a billion power in this one. All right, so now what I want to talk about in this video is what I have done since then and how much of a difference that's going to make. So this was on 4/7, so that's almost a month ago. It's almost a month minus 5 days. It was almost a month ago. Okay, so all the stuff that I've done since then, we're having chalons. That's the important piece of information of why I'm making this video. We're having chalons, and the highest team we are facing in the first round is 104.2 billion power, 29.7. So let's look at the power rankings of my of my members, power rankings of the server, and we'll see how the other members of my. So I'm in LEG, legendary. Next highest power is 2.3, 1.9. So all the LEG guys. So we do not have, you know, the top guys on our server. We have the top guy. I am the top guy. Even this guy's a little higher than me, although he's 39, keep 40, and I got T15 mounted troops, etc., etc., etc. So let's talk about what I've done since then. That was a month ago. All right. So I was 7.3 billion power then. I'm now 9.5 billion. The majority of that power gained is all in T12 to T14 ranged troops and T15 mounted troops. So I got my stables to 40, and or I guess it doesn't tell you level there. I got my stables to 40. I made T15 mounted. All right. Since then, just recently, I also got my Civ treasures. They're all at level 7. That was an upgrade. I got a lot of my duty officers and subsidy generals up additional ranks. So in the spending event, because you could get Gilgamesh with the currency, I increased my Gilgamesh from just 1 red star to 4 red stars. I also got my Mark Anthony up to 4 stars, my Hojo Urgiyasu up to 4 stars. My Nordic Barbarian King has been increased to 3 stars since then. And I don't remember if I had my Zizka fully ascended at that point or not. So I'm just kind of contemplating. You know, leave a comment if you think how much. I'm kind of looking for a comment of like what you think the total percent difference on those attacks would be. And you know what? Actually, one thing I thought about before making this video is you know what, the best idea that I have, like the best thing they could possibly add to this game, not for attacks but for defenses. You know what the best thing would be? Is if on your defenses, lost or won, if they had a little refresh button down here that says something like generate new attack based on your current troops and power, and then as you made any changes or swap things up, it would give you a new, this would be GG, it would give you a new, you know, attack or defense report, you know, as people build. Like maybe they only faced a big team. You know, this is the only time I faced a team that's rallied me with that many troops before. It would be nice, like if a month later or 2 months later, I could refresh this attack and see how it would have performed against, you know, all the time and money and, you know, changes I had made over time. If I could refresh it, and it would show me like how many billions I would lose in that one attack. Now, of course, it wouldn't be able to. It would only be able to show me one report, so it wouldn't be able to show me, for example, adding that functionality, which they would easily be able to do. It wouldn't be able to show me both attacks in a row, right? So, like refreshing this defense loss, it would only be able to show me how their attack would have performed against my full troops right now in my keep as it is right now. I wouldn't know how those two consecutive rallies would do, but that would be GG. You know, a lot of times it's pretty infrequent, or people have saved like the biggest hit on them they ever took, or the worst power exchange on themselves they ever took, etc., etc. I don't know if they'd be able to do it the other way around, for refresh an attack you made, because bec I mean, I guess they could. It would be have to be a lot of information that they have stored and linked inside of these battle reports, but that information might be available somehow and saved, how they generate it anyways. Anyways, I had that real good idea. But let's talk about what else I have changed or upgraded since that's of importance. So I got Martin Trump. This is a significant one. I don't know if this is the most significant one single change, but I got all those stats. In-city range, ranged and big in-city buffs, so defensive buffs. So either that's the biggest change, or I've been lazy about it. I like PvPing a lot in SVS, and I just leave the dragon Thebes on my siege march, because I don't want my general to die. But what I really should be doing is only putting a dragon on my siege march when before SVS starts. Other than that, I can just have Behemoth King on him, because I don't have a Cliff General yet, or a Cliff Dragon. I got Wonder 1 through 3. I got Wonder 1 through 3. So I really want this Colchian Dragon. Like, I don't know what order you can unlock or you can select, but as soon as I have the option, get one of these dragons, hopefully I can get this dragon. I want that dragon so bad. And Thebes is mostly in city. Ain't got much for marching. Anyways, the point is, during that attack, I did not have Thebes on my wall general during those rallies. So obviously Thebes is pretty good. Everything he has takes effect for your in-city troops, and as far as defensive of your keep goes, none of their skills are wasted. They all take effect on your defense general. So I had Behemoth King on him, which is only siege machine, attack, defense. It has march size capacity too, so it's pretty decent for a marching siege attack. But anyways, we're having Chalons. I'm gonna make sure I got Thebes on. I already swapped it out. Kind of sucks to get to wait that 1 hour, but I already swapped it out. Thebes on the wall general. He'll be on the wall general if I get a huge rally from this 100 billion power team. So it's either having Thebes on the wall general, or that Iron Crown as a single biggest largest upgrade, or making the I think I made something like 900 million power of ranged troops, and like 800 million power of mounted, and then I'd gain some additional power um, from other stuff throughout the month. But another thing that I got, which I didn't get it through completion, and a lot of these buffs are attacking buffs and in rally buffs, but there are some defending. But I only have like rank 8. Another thing that I got done in last month is Military Academy 40. So I still have quite a bit. I have most of the stuff from what is it, 36 to 39 done, but I am missing quite a bit of the level 40 stuff. So I have almost all of the large blocks complete. So I have all the ground ones complete. I don't have the mounted one, because this is the only block that only has one troop attack type instead of two. Everything else has two. So I've got, yeah, I think you have to get 4 blocks or 3 blocks. So I've got range done, except for the last one, and then I've got the siege machine. I've got all the siege machine blocks done. But there is a lot more to gain on defense here. But of course, at least I got the 8 ranks of everything, right? Yeah, increase the siege machine defense by 45% while defending. And then this is Yeah, attack while defending. So I got all those buffs too. Actually, that might be more. 45% to all that stuff while defending. Oh, that might be, but that's not a single largest upgrade. It's not a single upgrade. Oh, but all in all, between all those things, that's probably the majority of most of the stuff I've gained in the last month. None of the attack stuff or marching changes will matter on getting rallied and hit. I didn't gain anything when it comes to Monarch gear. I didn't change any subsidy generals. I just gained some ranks. Oh, I got duty officer upgrades, ascension ranks on duty officers. Forgot to mention this. So I got either 2 or 3 more stars on Mikhail Kutuzov. I swapped from Ban Chow or whoever the Archer Tower officer is, the old one. I swapped from him to Maurice of Nassau and got 1 red star. The old Archer Tower officer only had 1 red star. I got 1 red star on Clovis. I think this one's pretty good. 15. Oh no, in-city grounds. There was another one that I just got. Oh no, Amico. I think it was 15% in-city attack. Yeah, in-city attack. Shoots 15%. I finished the specialties off on one of my subsidy generals. So I have 2 of them finished now. I finished off Gilgamesh's this most recent last event. So I have Zizka and Gilgamesh's specialties done. I also have every single general that I think I want to complete. Well, almost all of them. I think I ran out of runestones. Yeah, I ran out of runestones. But I spent like everything I had last event in all the different ways you could get points for the castle competition, spending event. Spend 1 runestone, get 1 point. I was like, oh man, I might as well use all my runestones, get some points here. But actually, one thing is kind of cool is you get the first rank of the 4th specialty for free without spending any of the 4 specialty runestones. I didn't actually realize that until recently. So you end up getting so many of rank 1 through 3 runestones eventually compared to the 4th one. But you can use those. You can use all those runestones, and then you'll get the first rank of the 4th specialty for free. So that's what I did on as many of my generals as I possibly could between my duty officer generals and my subsidy generals. I think I'm out of 3rd. Yeah, I'm virtually out of the 3rd rank of runestones now. I probably still have 100,000 of these. Yeah, almost 100,000 in rank 1. 20. So that's what I did. The first thing I focused on specialties. None of these are upgrades since last month. Yeah, none of these have been full specialty for a while, but all of the either new versions of the duty officers or duty officers that never had an original version, like in the Forge or the Embassy, and their specialties were good. I finished all their specialties. I was like, they keep pumping out so many new generals, range generals, ground generals, siege generals. Here, like I just got Cleos, like maybe 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and then they come out with a better siege pairing general. Like I had Palas and Cleos, both of them have a skin. You think, oh man, they probably ain't gonna upgrade these siege generals for a long time. Oh, both upgraded in an event. So, a couple of months back, I was like, they keep pumping out these generals so dang fast. I'm gonna upgrade. I'm gonna use my specialties on the generals. They ain't gonna upgrade for a while. Like, they ain't gonna come out with a third version of a specific duty officer for a while, right? I don't want to feel like I wasted my rune stones on a general that they just replaced in a few months or in half a year or whatever. So focus on that. And then when it comes to the fourth rune stones on these subsidy generals, I'm probably only going to do, well, since I have so many of them ready, I'll either look at what's the best possible fourth specialty to spend runestones on, or I'll do like Nordic Barbarian King next, since he's a top 3 subsidy general or something like that, top 4. So I think those are most of my games. But let me know what you think. Like, if you were the refresh button, let me know what you think I would have done as a total between all those changes from the same attack. If that same attack landed with all these changes I've done, how many billion? What percentage change do you think it would be? Do you think it would be a minus 2 billion, a 2 billion lost power on my side? Because that would be a 30% reduction. You think I made enough gains to have a 30% reduction? I mean, not having Dragon of Thieves on wall is a pretty big freaking idea, in my opinion. Because the dragon also gives the general statistics, right? Where the spiritual beast doesn't. But yeah, drop a comment. Let me know. Oh yeah, you would have lost with all those changes. You would have lost a billion power or something like that. I don't know, but that's what I'm building towards. Like, I didn't lose anything from it because it was in a battlefield. I didn't take any loss. It's just when you spend as much money as I've spent on the game, and you take, like, I'm approaching like close to, well, you can tell. I mean, someone that's familiar with the VIP level, like, all they got to do is look at this number, right? And they'll know immediately. Although I didn't know to use Aptoid and didn't start using Aptoid and got no discount until something like 3 months into playing. So I don't know how much I had spent. It was still a significant amount. I spent a significant amount those first 3 months because I did all the cakes. But anyways, that's someone that knows better. They'll know exactly how much I spent just looking at that number. But I ain't gonna make comments like I ain't spent a lot of money. Anybody VIP 18 and higher, they've spent a significant amount of money, unless their channel got very popular and they got into the Evony content creator program and started getting Evony Aptoid codes at a fairly reasonable time frame compared to others. Because I don't know if you know this, but do you have any idea how much money those people giving out the Aptoid codes get? You have any idea? Woo! So this is the way it works, as far as I know. So when you reach the second level in Aptoid, and you automatically become a VIP member. So it's when you're getting $18 back in Aptoid, and they send you a message in the messages inside Aptoid, and they tell you that you have a specific person assigned to you to deal with anything that you want when it comes to Aptoid now that you're a VIP member. So I sent them a message asking them, hey, I've been making Ebony content videos for a few months. I have so many, I have 50 videos made so far. Here's a link to one of the ones that I think is the best video. Like, is there any way to become associated with the promo codes? And they immediately send me a reply what to do. Yeah, email this such and such a person. So what happens is, I mean, I've never heard someone spit it out like, the people you see giving out the codes, like Baby Bear Sings or Genghis. I've never heard one of them. I mean, I've heard Genghis say that he works for Aptoid, but that's not the truth. The truth is that he just sent them the messages when he became VIP member at a certain spending level, and they told him who to email. He emailed them, and they checked out his channel, made sure it was appropriate or whatever the requirements of their program is, and started sending him Aptoid codes. You guys have any idea how much money they get when they get an Aptoid code? So when they get an Aptoid code and Genghis puts it on his channel and thousands of people use it, this is ridiculous, and thousands of people use it for purchases, he gets $5 inside of Aptoid for every single purchase. If it's 99, he gets, 1/20th. He gets 5% of every single purchase that everyone makes while they have that code assigned inside of their Aptoid. You have any idea how much money that is? Like, during any single one of those Aptoid codes, those guys that get those codes and they're part of that program where the money's going right towards you, like you've seen the codes that are named directly after the channel. Those are the codes I'm talking about. The special content creator codes that are named after their channel. They're pulling in thousands of dollars, several thousands of dollars per code off your spending. Now, of course, you want the discount, you're going to use the code, right? You're going to use it. But like so inside of Aptoid, as soon as you hit the $18 mark, they give you a code. Whenever you hit the second level of spending, they give you a code specifically with no other requirements. That's good for 7 days. Like as soon as you hit that second spending level, they give you a code. They say it's good for 7 days for 5% off. And so I didn't figure this out and realize this until I had gotten that first code. Because I sent it out, and there was like 2 days left of it that there was no other code available. And I told Genghis that I got the code, and he's like, you should have waited before you spent that much to get the code. And I had no idea what he was talking about, right? So 5 days go by, pretty much no one uses the code because the other codes are already assigned that are valid. But in the last 2 days of my code, my specific code, just for me being valid with not being part of their program or anything, a bunch of people use the code, and Genghis did me a huge favor, and he like recommended the code on his channel because every single day someone out there looking for a code. And then like it was something like maybe 3 or 4 days after that, I had $900 in my Aptoid from people using that code. And that's just one code I ever had for like 2 days. And I don't know how many times he mentioned it on his channel, or if he just mentioned it once. But yeah, those people getting those codes, like what I'm going to do, I got a plan where I'm going to be building my channel up, making videos, trying to be consistent about it. And once I get to the point where I have like 100 Evony videos made, and hopefully like at least 500 subscribers. I've already gained 200 since I started making videos. Been about 4 months, so it might take another 4 months. But my channel had less than 100 subscribers. Just guys that had never dropped my channel from years ago, 8 years ago, when I was making content or whatever. They never dropped my channel, and so I've gained like over 200. But anyways, that's how much money you can you can make as being a part of their programs. But check this out. Now I was going to make a different video about this, but check what popped up. And this guy's going it's going to make you crazy. Maybe I should make an entirely different video. But all of a sudden this popped up like a day and a half ago. Check this out. Check this out. Now this is supposed to alt tab me out, or maybe I need to have my web browser off or something. There, I clicked on this once, and it brought up a web page. Oh no, I have to click down here. Alliance Web Store. Well, guys, this is so unbelievable. So I just talked a whole bunch about Aptoid, payment processing platform, basically a middleman. Okay, so here we have right here that Evony directly, without paying an app store, without paying a content creator, without sharing all the money around, Evony has a way. They have multiple ways for you to directly pay them, right? So if Evony can directly take your money, like they just implemented this, maybe it makes it a little bit more feasible for people in certain regions or something, or with certain connections. They're only going to give you 5% off. They're only going to give you 5% off. All right, Amazon, they're going to give you 35% off. Is that how much it's worth it to Evony to just have their game listed on one more app store? Oh, 35% to the player if you sign up with Amazon. Who knows how much goddamn money they're giving to Amazon? I mean, they must be taking in less than 50% of the total cost through these app stores. And this pops up with only 5%? Only 5%? What do you mean 5% off? They have a history of so many different deals. They get the deal with Yahweh App Gallery. They get the deal with Amazon, but for a limited time. And they have the deal with Aptoid that they've had for several years, right? Come on, just give us 35% off. Give us 35% off. I mean, this one that I just went to, that gives me the appearance that they have the ability now of their own payment processing platform instead of someone else processing the payments for them. That sure gives me the appearance of that. That's why they do split the money around, because they need something that can actually process the transactions for them. So that's why they had to do it. But I think they have their own way to do it now. They should just give us a 35. And if that's the truth, if that is what, I mean, just what I looked at when I looked at it the first time, it gave me the impression that that's what that is. They have the ability to process the transactions in-house themselves now. Might be a contracted company doing it for them, giving the appearance of Evony, but it gave me that impression initially. And if that's the case, hey, let's make it 35% off, baby. No one's going to have to figure this crap out. Hop on to the next deal. What's the best deal over here? Content creators, going out of their minds to make sure they have codes, replying and receiving comments all the goddamn time when there isn't a code. When's going to be the next code? Anyways, I was gonna make a whole video about that, additional different video about that, but I guess that's enough said about that. Anyways, this ended up turning out being a long one. Hope you guys enjoyed everything. The commentary, that's the main focus of my channel. Always has been. Videos I made in the past. I think I speak decently well. Try to be entertaining sometimes, but hope you guys appreciate it. I've had a couple people convey to me that they like my content, and they've offered me a little motivation to keep it up. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much.